GSUN stock is in a strong bearish trend. Its 200-day moving average is sloping bearishly low, and it's also consolidating. It's been consolidating since early November of this year. Um, it's the company engages in education and e-commerce, through its along with its subsidiaries. Yeah, so and this they operate in China, and it has a very tiny market cap of around $5.7 million. Yeah, $5.94 million, and also the float is also very small. So you can imagine that it's likely to be a stock that be easily manipulated, and we'll see that on its 4 hour chart. Yeah, we'll see that on the 4 hour chart. Yeah, a recent spike in November, recent volatility expansion, recent. This is probably the most obvious, or rather the most expansive expansion, if you like. The most. This is probably the biggest expansion it has of late. That happened in February of this year. It is a 40. This is close to 70% spike. So you can clearly see it's quite a volatile stock. So weakness is projected on its 4 hour chart all the way towards early May. Weakness is extrapolated based on its 21 and 10 period moving averages. On this 4 hour chart, what do we have in terms of projections? We have what looks like an upper projection. Let's see. Yeah, an upper projection we have here 3.04, just slightly above where it is right now. If we come back to the daily chart, we'll see what's going on. On this daily chart, we have, the 4 hour chart is, it just tells you what is going to happen within a daily chart. So on the 4 hour chart, there's nothing really positive there, but here on the daily chart, we have something different. Momentum is expected to remain strong up till early May. Yeah, up to early May, and higher prices are equally um, projected or extrapolated based on its 10 and 21 period moving averages up till maybe mid May, when it's expected to begin to weaken. In terms of projections, let's see what we have. We have some downward projections. We have 2.24, 2.37, 2.6. Those are downward projections. Upper projection, we have a 3.16, 3.35, and 3.47. You know, let's have a look at its monthly chart. We'll skip the weekly chart and get to the monthly chart. The reason is that we want to see if we can have a look at its the trading range that is expected for what is left of this month. Let's see what we can make out of this. Let's see. Let's use the market grid. Yeah, let's see what we can make out of the trading range that is expected for what is left of this month. So the trading range is between 1.69 and 3.91. So it's still confident based on this 1 month chart. It's still very much within the sort of range that is expected. So if it begins to approach 3.5, I think you need to come out of the stock. But if it begins to retrace towards $2, or at least below $2, then you have to either come out, or if you are comfortable with averaging down or averaging up, as the case may be, yeah, it's up to you. You know. However, we have extreme prices 4.26. Definitely you shouldn't be there at all. Before it gets to 4.26, you're already getting a lot of warnings to exit. And also before you get to the extreme of 1.34, you also would have gotten it is already an indication that it shouldn't be there. In your last warning, your last exit price is, or your last signal, if or warning, as the case may be, is 1.69. But this is a highly volatile stock. We have seen what has happened to a lot of stocks, a lot of small cap stocks, and low float stocks. They have been raw pulled. So you don't be surprised if such a thing happens to this stock. So The stock is not an investment. It's not unless you know how to you trade it, and unless you are yeah, you know how to trade it. You know, it's up to you. But it's not advisable to get involved with a stock like this. Yeah, even though it's being covered by Morningstar, there isn't. It doesn't give it any credibility. And we also have Fidelity as well. We have Fidelity somewhere holding it or something like that. There's a reference to Fidelity. It doesn't mean that it is. It doesn't mean that it's a good investment. It doesn't mean that. So see what you make of GSUN, and thank you very much for watching this video.